So welcome, my friend. Today I want to look at service. Are you one of those extraordinary people who've gone through life challenges, struggles, even childhood trauma, abuse, neglect, and turned it into service? And I see this again and again where some brave soul warrior, like yourself, most likely, has not only chosen to come down from the stars, hello stars behind us, come down into incarnation, come down into a life, and often landing even in utero in a very challenging environment, and yet you found the courage to take that on, and then the courage to get through it, to survive. And not just to survive it, but here you are. It hasn't stopped you, you haven't let it kill you, you've turned it into growth and healing. You found the courage to do your healing work. I hope you have gone a long way in that and found a great peace and joy as you've released the legacy of the past and the courage to continue on that healing journey. I don't know when we ever finish that, to be honest, but perhaps you've found the courage then as that relatively healed soul warrior to serve others, to extend these beautiful qualities that you've developed out of the trauma, not despite it, but because of all those challenges, and extend those to others. Perhaps you've just been a really great, loving parent. Maybe you've turned around what happened to you as a child and become just so much better, remarkably better. Not about perfect, don't worry, none of us are perfect, but getting it so much better. Well, that's extraordinary service. That's extraordinary extension of the gifts, the qualities, the divine virtues that cultivated in you, or you cultivated going through those challenges. Perhaps you work with children as a teacher, as a childcare worker, and in some capacity you're helping to improve children's lives by being the empathic witness, or as Anne Miller used to call it, the enlightened witness. As you're witnessing these children with empathy in a way that didn't happen for you, you've become the adult, the carer, the parent or the teacher or the whoever, to the child that you wished you had. Just like I realized as a therapist, I've really worked so hard to become the therapist that I needed, that I wish I'd had in my earlier years. And so that's profound service, isn't it? Perhaps you've catalyzed your wounding, your trauma history into becoming a professional healer in some capacity. It might be an energy healer, it might be a spiritual healer, it might be a masseur, it might be a therapist, it might be a psychologist, it might be any number of things. Kinesiologist, a Bowen therapist, a meditation teacher, a yoga teacher, a numerologist, unlimited number of ways that we can serve. And of course, there's those that need your unique offering. There's those we're sent to serve, as Course in Miracles says, that only you can reach. But isn't that extraordinary? And I just commend you with love and gratitude as someone who's taken on very difficult things, probably unbelievable things, challenges, especially childhood trauma stuff. And you've catalyzed that, you've transmuted that through courage, through hard work, through just persevering and turning up in your life, and probably a stack of healing work on top of that, to get to a point where you can share, serve, extend those gifts. And of course, anyone can do that. I think service is there. Rob Schwartz, the guy who wrote The Soul's Plan, he says that service is always there somehow in the pre-life planning, in the soul's blueprint, if you like, for the life, because we want the energy to flow. It never works if it's just one way. And so we come into the challenges and we need a lot to get through that. We need a lot of love and support. I've certainly had, wonderful people through my life who've helped me along the way, and I'm so grateful for that. So that's the receiving portion of the energy flow. But eventually, if we keep going and we keep healing, and we keep getting to a point where the energy does want to go the other way. We want to share, we want to serve, we want to extend these qualities that we've cultivated through our experiences in whatever ways. It can be, I'm writing a book, as you know. Please sign up for my mailing list so I can keep you posted on progress on that. I need your support. It might be just telling your story to a friend or a relative who just needs to hear that. Someone who, that can be a life-changing thing to just hear your story or a bit of your guidance. In small ways and in big ways, doesn't really matter, but the energy does want to flow back. And it's only in that somehow that we really complete it. I think this is where our healing eventually needs to go. It's like to be fully healed of something, we need to have transmuted that abuse history or whatever it is into, I'm serving, I'm helping someone else. Could be one other person, might be a million, but you're helping someone else into a different perspective. It might be profound healing work, and somehow you've made their life better, you've made the world a better place, and so you've taken the raw material of what was so awful and turned it into light. You've brought more of those stars down into the earth. You've really made the earth a better place through the transmutation of that dark raw energy into light, into love. The extension, the sharing of it, that's what completes it. And in that too, I think that's where we complete our full healing journey, because as we help others, we realise that, maybe I'm not so bad after all. Maybe what my parents told me wasn't true after all. Maybe what I believed about myself isn't true after all. I've made a difference here. Maybe I'm not so bad after all. Maybe I am also truly a child of light and love. And so as you regain in consciousness your soul warrior status, your soul warrior awareness, there's the completion. There's the involution, evolution journey completed. There's our healing journey comes to a full resolution, and the world thanks you for that. I thank you for your service. The soul world, spiritual world, God himself, thanks you for your service. So be the light, be the star material of love and peace and joy that you were created as and always will be. Continue your journey and serving from that, extending from that, and make your life and others' lives better in the process.